What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. And this podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. Juice, the promo code at checkout to get a ton of savings for Father's Day. We'll talk more about Omaha Steaks coming up later in the week. But another winning day. That is 10 of 12 winning days. We get the decision for the co-main at plus 124. That number climbed. If you bet that number late, you get better prices than me on that. Phillies get the win. That's good on the money line. Horrible bet for the under for the Braves. That thing was ridiculous, but it's only one loss, so it doesn't matter if it's one run or 100 runs. Being wrong is being wrong. So 2-1 with a plus money play there. So another winning day, another profitable week. This is good. We start June off with a very nice hit, 2-1. We'll take that every single time, in particular with a plus money on the 2-1. If you bet the extra stuff I told you about, Brewers money line, that one, come from behind win, but they still won. And then the over 1.5 in the main event, that came in. The 5th round submission for Islam Makhachev. Unbelievable fight. Great performance. A lot of fun. Would have been a 4-1 day for you overall. So things are going very well for us here with the Daily Juice. We never want to, sit there and be not thankful when things go well. But these are the types of runs that I often will point to when the haters come up and I'm cold and they're like, oh, you're the worst. Oh, you're horrific. Oh, you can't do anything right. You can't make a bet right. Okay, I get it. We all have ups and downs, okay? But we're now up nearly 11 units year to date. We've been hot during this week. We're padding and building the bankroll. It's what we're supposed to do. And here we are on a Sunday where I am going to bet one game in baseball. I can't find a third to bet. I'm not betting golf. I'm not betting NASCAR. I wanted to have a third bet for you guys. So I found one that I do like. It is Sunday. It is baseball. I hate betting baseball on Sunday, but it's June, July, August. We kind of have no choice but to bet baseball on Sundays. I hate it. I think it's completely inconsistent and very hard to predict, but there is a play that I do like that we'll get into here for baseball in just 1 second. I have a play in the hockey game, and I also have a play on the WNBA game with New York and Indiana. But first and foremost, did you guys play our first ever ROI contest for you guys to get a chance to go up against yourselves, go up against other people to see what your ROI was going to be for the month of May? Well, here's the winner for our contest in the month of May. This person won a 1-year BettingPros premium subscription plus a $25 store credit to the BettingPros store. That was user Weasel8, first place. Second place with a $25 store credit, D Fresh. Third place, same thing, $25 store credit, Chef Sparty. You guys have all been notified that you have won our first ever contest for the month of May. Reminder that if you want to be in this, you have to submit at least 20 picks during the month of June to be eligible. And the ROI is what we rank here, not your record. What's the return on investment to do that? If you want to join this, you can do this coming up for the month of June by going to bettingpros.com/challenge, bettingpros.com/challenge to get into this. So you could potentially win that 1 year of BettingPros Premium and a $25 store credit, or $25 in store credit for the second and third place prizes as well for first, second, and third place. Every month we will do this. Congratulations to Weasel8. You had a hell of a month. Hopefully you were trailing some of our bets here for the Daily Juice. Hopefully we helped you out a little bit and you were able to pocket some money, as well as that 1 year subscription to BettingPros Premium and a $25 store credit. Okay, let's start with hockey. Stars and Edmonton. Stars needed this game. If they lose, season over for Dallas. Number 1 seed could be out. Edmonton at home, 28-9-4 this year. First 2 games of this series in Edmonton. 3-2 Oilers, 3-1 Stars. I don't think we're going to see anything differently here. It's a game 6. It's an elimination game. And yes, elimination games can be difficult. Teams can pull goaltenders, and that can make it for the over to hit more consistently. But last game was 3-1. Yes, there were 2 games where it was 5-3 and 5-2, but I think those were anomalies. I think the under, just keep on playing the under here. When the games in the regular season were played in Edmonton, there was one of them was a 4-3 win back on the 2nd of November, 4-3 and then 5-0 in Dallas. But I just think we're going to see a 3-2 game, a 3-1 game. I think it's very similar to either game 2 or game number 5. 3-1 Stars, 3-1 Oilers. I'm going to bet the under. Under 5.5, minus 110 for 1.1 units. Skinner's been great. Ottinger, I think, bounces back, has a much better game. Stars have been a team on the road. They've been somewhat of an over team on the road, but Edmonton's been a little more of an under team at home than recent memory. If Edmonton scores first, I think they sit on it. We bet the under in game number 5. We're going to bet the under here in game number 6. 3-1 was game 5. Game 6, I think, could be very similar with a 3-1. I would rather 6, okay? If you can find a 6 out there, I would love to bet 6 under. But I'm going to bet under 5.5 for 1.1 units. To the WNBA, I think this is our second WNBA bet, maybe the first WNBA bet. There's something wrong with the Indiana Fever, okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. There's something wrong with the Indiana Fever. Aaliyah Boston and company, I don't think they like Caitlin Clark. I think the questions are starting to be asked nationally after what happened with a pretty ridiculous Chennedy Carter for in the game. There was just, I forget Indiana who they just beat. Oh, Chicago. Sorry, from Chicago. That video's everywhere. It went viral. I mean, Caitlin Clark got hip checked to the ground, and her teammates didn't respond. Like, try doing that to Luka or Jason Tatum. The benches are going to clear. Nothing happened. It was weird. We know the opposing teams, they don't like Caitlin Clark. I'm not sure that the Fever like Caitlin Clark either. Something's up. They're going in New York. Liberty are one of the best teams, if not the best team in the WNBA. Vegas beat them last year in the finals. This is a dynamic team that's very good defensively. They're second in the league in defense. They're top 5 in offense. This is a quick turnaround, back-to-back for the Fever, playing at home and then on the road now against a team in the Liberty who have won 2 games in a row. These two teams have played so far twice in this season. First game, 102-66. Second game, 91-80. The team total for the Liberty is 91.5. I do lean towards the over 91.5 from a team total perspective, but I'll lay the 14.5 points. I know it's a big number, but I think a blowout's coming here. I think the Liberty at home are going to take apart the Fever. They won the game 71-70. They almost blew it. They didn't look good in the game. I don't like the coach for the Fever. I think there's something going on in that locker room around Caitlin Clark. Liberty 4-1 at home, one of the best teams in the WNBA. I think the Liberty is going to rout the Fever here today. NBA TV's got this game. This is part of the WNBA Commissioner's Cup as well. So these games having a little extra oomph to them. Liberty, minus 14.5 to destroy Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever team today for 1.1 units. And there is one baseball bet. The Cubs are hosting the Reds. And look, I'm a big fan of Nick Lodolo. I think the kid is just tremendous. He got banged up and hurt, came back. We were on him his last time he pitched. The lefty, a 3-1 win. He went 5 1/3 with 1 earned run and 5 hits. That was coming off the injured list and where he didn't look good. 4 earned runs in the 2 previous starts, but back in April he was tremendous. He's going up against a pitcher for the Cubs in Ben Brown, who's been really good. Ben Brown this season has a 1-1 record with a 2.72 ERA. His last 5 starts, 0-0-0-1 and 0 earned runs. He may be an opener. He may not be an opener. He's going to go 3-4. He went 7 last time, though, up against Milwaukee in a 6-3 win. But I don't think he will go too long, maybe one time through the order for him. But at home, Ben Brown has a .69 ERA. So maybe they will let him go a little bit. The total is 7.5. Look, the wind may come into play here, but I'm not going to worry about it too much unless the wind's gusting dramatically out at Wrigley. 7.5, I think, is a good play. We're going to go under 7.5 Reds and the Cubs here, and I think we're going to aim for a pretty good pitcher's duel. I mean, Nick Lodolo is a guy that I think every time he's on the bump, I'm going to go and look to get involved either with money line or get involved with him on on the unders because he's just been, when he's healthy, he's been very good. These two teams have played 2 times, 5-4, 7-5. It's Sunday. We're due for an under. Let's get a low-scoring game here. I might be walking into a buzzsaw given these two teams' offenses, but, it's an early start time, 11:20 start time, Pacific time, 2:20 Eastern time start, 1:20 Central. Cubs, Reds, under 7.5 for 1.1 units. All right, so it's a Sunday. It's a wonky day. It always is. Just, don't go too crazy today. Just kind of hunker down and let's get another 2-1 mark here on a Sunday and wrap up a really good week. Under 5.5 for the Oilers and the Stars. Under 5.5 at -110. Liberty -14.5 at -110. And under 7.5 for the Reds and the Cubs, also at -110. If you want a little extra, the Liberty team total is over 91.5 points. I do like the Liberty to score a lot of points today and blow out the Indiana Fever. So over 91.5, not a bad bet there either if you want to jump on in with that. And it's baseball, run line Brewers against the White Sox. You want to keep on doing that? I mean, it's 10 straight losses. Their bullpen is absolutely garbage. And the guy that's going today for the Chicago White Sox, it's almost comical. I mean, the Brewers are going for the sweep, but Nick Nastriani, he's 0-4 with a 9.92 ERA. I mean, the guy is probably going to go 3, maybe 5 innings max, but he has been an absolute gas can. Let's see. In every game that he has started, 4 games so far, 2-0, 8-2, 9-2, 5-1. Every game a loss on the run line here. He's given up 3, 8, 5, and 2 earned runs so far pitching. And we know the White Sox can't score against anybody. We know the offense of the Brewers is good enough to get some runs. And Freddie Peralta has been really, he's been good, not great, good. 3-3 with a 3.61 ERA for Freddie Peralta in his last 5 starts. 1-1-5-3-3 from an earned run perspective. And then at home, Peralta with a 3.57 ERA, 1-0, opposing batting average of 195 with 9 earned runs in 22 2/3 innings worth of work. You can bet it. It's just expensive. My problem with that, why it's not official, is because it's -135 on the run line. That's too expensive for my tastes. But Brewers in a parlay, I put the Brewers in a bunch of parlays yesterday. They all came in and cashed. So I had Brewers and Kevin Holland and Brewers and the Red Sox and had a bunch of different bets going with the Brewers. You can do the same thing here with the Brewers being a parlay piece if you'd like, but those aren't official plays, just extra stuff if you would like. So, my name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning. Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.